Hello everyone, welcome to MediaPool. I'm Chen Jin. In this semester, I worked in Group 4 to produce 2 videos for different clients. The first one is to promote Learning Zone of School of Medicine, and the second one is for the organization FOWT. In this video essay, I will not only critically analyze how we plan, produce, and promote these 2 videos, but also critically evaluate our teamwork.
Combining with media theories, this video will be divided into 4 sections to show my improvement and reflections: plan, production, promotion, and teamwork. First, how we applied Berger's contagious characteristic theory into the video plan will be discussed. Second, as for the production, I will talk about how we utilize elements of general characteristics into our group project to meet clients' aims, such as Guo et al.'s work about engaging educational video and digital activism. Then, I will analyze our promotional work by addressing the viral media life cycle and weak tie in diffusion stage. Finally, the analysis of our leadership, teamwork, and creativity theories and practice will be mentioned emphatically. So, let's get started. Plan and contagious characteristics.
Berger's contagious characteristic theory helped our 2 videos to engage more audiences, and I think our first video is more contagious than the second one.
Our first video, The Lonely Ghost, is to promote the Learning Zone of School of Medicine at University of Liverpool, with using animated ghost doctor as the main protagonist. The video introduced the history of Waterhouse Building and the positive influence of Learning Zone towards the clinical skills of student doctor. In this way, we not only plan to enhance the trustworthy image of School of Medicine for general public, but also increase the popularity of Learning Zone among current and prospective future students. I think triggers and emotion that are mentioned by Berger's STEPS framework helped us to engage these target audiences. As Berger states, people tend to share videos that are emotional and can encourage people to think about related things. We use the animated ghost doctor and the speaking skeleton as triggers so that they can prompt younger audiences to relate School of Medicine with the Harry Potter-like mysterious fantasy. In addition, the pictures of Waterhouse Building as well as footages of Learning Zone and the student doctors are used in the video, which can easily trigger general public to think of School of Medicine and clinical skills. As for emotion, at beginning we presume that the promotion of School of Medicine will be more acceptable if audiences can have the relaxing or funny feeling. Hence, we used more funny dialogues and Chaplin-style flashbacks, but neglected enough informative footage about history and the Learning Zone. We didn't realize that the excessive informal elements violated the trustworthy and professional image of School of Medicine until the far-sighted and thoughtful clients rejected the first version of our video politely. We were overtly stressed and disappointed because of the tight schedule to make changes, but it's grateful that we rewrote and re-recorded a more formal script and inserted more informative footage about Learning Zone with the help from Carrie. I started to have a deeper understanding about the application of contagious characteristics. Although engaging audiences effectively is important, keeping the reputation for clients is of importance as well. Fortunately, many viewers comment that they can engage well with the video because of the animation and the relaxing feeling. This can be directly illustrated by the life cycle. The video received 639 views, and its life cycle follows Nathan and Hamsley's depiction that successful socially driven videos should ramp up to a peak and gradually decay. Also, in the afterlife phase, it has several revivals. In terms of our second video, Notes from the Underground, we used an animation to tell 7 notes about Williamson's tunnels, promote the organization FOWT, and encourage more volunteers. The benefit of working on 2 projects in 1 semester might be that we can continue to use some effective contagious characteristics and make changes. Consequently, we not only keep the triggers, but also focus on practical value. We use the fast-paced style of animation as a trigger. As a result, viewers may think of some popular short videos from YouTube and become more willing to share this kind of videos to engage more audiences. Considering the practical value, we clearly introduce some interesting knowledge about Williamson's tunnels and FOWT to call on volunteers consciously and naturally. In this way, the video would be more contagious because people will spread the word if they want to help others or think the content is useful. However, the life cycle shows that the effect of these two main characteristics is not satisfying. It didn't reach the highest peak. Instead, it only had some revivals, which might be because the video is less engaging for some of our audiences. However, since these two videos both have promotional purpose, it also suggests that the characteristic emotion might be more contagious and useful than practical value for promotional videos. Production and general characteristics.
When we face some challenges to produce a video that should be engaging and meet clients' aims, the general characteristics that are explored in Semester 1 are helpful, such as the engaging educational video and digital activism.
For our first video, The Lonely Ghost, when we started to write the pitches, we didn't realize the importance of general characteristics and neglected the feasibility of the genre. Our proposal 1 is similar to a public service advertisement that compares the failure of other professions with being a doctor, which reminds audiences to realize how trustworthy and professional is the School of Medicine. The clients rejected this genre because it might mislead target audiences to connect failure with the School of Medicine rather than meeting their aims. Although I personally appreciate this engaging idea a lot, one of the most important knowledge we learned is to meet the demands of our clients. However, abandoning Proposal 1 means a more serious challenge because we perfunctorily designed the genre of Proposal 2 as a fantasy with some inaccessible technical elements, such like the game elements. In an attempt to produce an engaging video and achieve these aims, we were prompted by Guo et al.'s engaging educational video theories. They indicate that engaging video should involve instructors talking head fast-paced speech in an informal setting. We achieve these elements by using fast-paced and enthusiastic voiceover, and the ghost doctor is used as the talking head. Moreover, although our script referred to the real experience of Dr. Thomas Thelwell formally, we also created the informal setting by keeping some slightly humorous elements, such like the conversation between ghost doctor and skeleton, as well as the flashback with funny background music. As for the production of the video for FOWT, when our group discussed the video's aims with clients, we figured that they are more open-minded and innovative towards the general characteristics. Consequently, they were encouraged to produce a digital activism to meet their aims. According to Joyce, digital activism can address social and political practice by using digital network infrastructure. Considering the client's aims, the social cause is that the annual Williamson's tunnels was being dug out, but the organization FOWT's volunteer work lacks of financial support and younger volunteers. Thus, in our video, by introducing notes about the mysterious history of the tunnels and the excellent excavation work of FOWT, we first make this social cause more visible to meet clients' aims. In addition, our video also functions to encourage volunteering and membership throughout the narrative and at the end of the video. The orange color and the lively and fast-paced style can also attract more younger people to join the organization. The insufficiency of our digital activism is that the call on action part is too short and a little ambiguous. As Joyce suggests, if network infrastructure can help citizens to connect to one another easily, movements might be created more effectively. Hence, as for the improvement, I would like to insert more information about volunteering, FOWT's website and social media platforms, social media promotion and targeting of key influencers. As for social media promotion of our two videos, we mainly followed our social media plan for the video The Lonely Ghost because we have limited time for promotion. Each group member sent posts every day on social media platforms including WeChat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. In our post, we consciously emphasized the interesting feature ghost in the video to attract more audiences. Meanwhile, we showed the link and related hashtags as Kuhen and Lingwa suggest, including clinical skills, School of Medicine, and haunted hospital, which can propel our twists into massive new audiences. In addition, in an attempt to engage more viewers, we have another strategy based on comments. Most comments applaud our video is interesting and cute. Some audiences focus more on our animated ghost, so we interacted with them by replying their questions. In this way, as Lindgren indicates, this engagement through commenting can show the positive participation of viewers, which can provide newcomers with a more engaging watching experience. In an attempt to make our video reach wider audiences, we also contacted key influencers such like Liverpool Guild, SOTA UOL Liverpool Uni on Instagram, and NHS Clinical Education and Academy of Medical Science on Twitter before the promotional period. Although these influencers didn't respond or refused our request, our promotional posts were fortunately retweeted and shared by 3 key influencers: Communication and Media, School of the Arts, and the Victoria Gallery and Museum. Targeting of key influencers worked well, which can be directly seen from the life cycle that the promotion from 3 key influencers leads to the second P. It reminds me to think of the power of weak tie. According to Nathan and Hamsley and Graham Novater, influencers retweet and share allow information and idea to diffuse from our group members' limited cluster to wider social networks, such like more university students and the general public, who are the target audiences of the video. Consequently, our video is further propagated successfully. Since we received quite satisfying results from our first promotional plan, we also applied it for the second video Notes from the Underground, including the attractive promotional post with related links and hashtags. However, we decided to send posts once 2 days because we presume that daily posts during longer promotional time will make our strong tie get fed up with our video and refuse to share it. The positive comments and plenty of likes indicate that this video is engaging, which proved our promotional strategy was reasonable. However, we were disappointed that the number of views showed we didn't reach wider audiences. Because we failed in targeting enough key influencers to connect more weak ties with our video, only one influencer, William Sims Turtles, helped to promote our video. Our life cycle reached the second peak because of their retweet on Twitter, which highlighted the strong power of key influencers directly. In addition, as we can see from the traffic sources of our 2 videos, most of viewers are from Twitter. Consequently, what I have to emphasize for my future promotional work are promoting on Twitter and targeting enough key influencers. Teamwork, leadership, creativity, theory, and practice. Tuckman has indicated the 4 stages model of group development, including forming, storming, norming, and performing. Through the process of finishing 2 group projects, our group 4 gradually develops by following this model. In this section, according to this model, I would discuss and reflect on our teamwork, leadership, creativity practice. First, the forming stage appears when we prepared 2 pitches for the first project. We were not very familiar with each other, but fortunately, we easily agreed on the production and promotion goals for each week. I'm grateful for Umut because he is so experienced and patient, so I learned a lot about how to start a project from him. He suggested several important and effective teamwork shortcuts, such like creating a Google Drive to share files and brainstorming individually, which bring great convenience to our future group work. In the forming stage, the first team project also clearly required the creativity, especially the divergent thinking. As Ranko suggests, divergent thinking is a kind of problem-solving skill that requires numerous and varied responses for the open-ended task. However, I could only think of filming vlog for this open-ended project, and I really appreciated the woman's divergent idea, what if a doctor fails? Thus, I realized my insufficiency in terms of creativity, especially the divergent thinking, and I should practice it to make myself more competitive in the future. Second, our group develops to the storming stage when we started the production stage of the first project because we faced several challenges and conflicts. One potential conflict happened when we need to solve the technical problems for the animated ghost by After Effects. We had a wrong understanding towards participative leadership and working collaboratively, so we didn't have a specific division of labor in the production stage. thinking we can finish all the tasks together. However, the fact was that only one member can manage the animation. The rest of us seems to be useless, which put too much pressure on him. To reflect on this dysfunction, I think it is caused by the fear of conflict. As Lincoln indicates, healthy conflict is more productive than the fake harmony. Our overloaded team member was too nice to bear the unfair situation because he was afraid of conflicts. Fortunately, as a leader, I realized this potential conflict in time and demonstrated restraint by changing my leadership to be more authoritative. According to Goldman, the versionary leadership is helpful for a team when a clear direction is needed. I started to arrange roles for the rest members to reduce stress for our overloaded member and increase efficiency of group work. Another problem was that we are asked to adjust the content in the video, otherwise we are unable to continue the project. I'm glad that I resolutely represent our whole group to agree on changing the script rather than giving up, because giving up at this stage is wasting our previous efforts. I also comforted my group members to avoid members' overly panic feeling or complaints with clients. Third, when we gradually moved to the promotion stage, our group developed to norming stage. We worked just as Tuckman suggests that members agreed about their roles, such as taking the initiative to contact key influencers and writing the copywriting. Finally, the performing stage. Thanks to the fact that our group had a rough but productive teamwork experience in Project 1, our teamwork ran smoothly and strategically in the whole process of Project 2. We corrected our main problem about division of labor and could reach consensus easily. In terms of leadership, I think my leadership for a performing group was problematic at the beginning. Being too authoritative made me neglect members' mental feeling and subjective initiative, which was harmful for our teamwork. Fortunately, I realized this in time and changed it into coaching leadership. I encouraged members to finish their preferable tasks, especially the filming, editing, and promotional works, rather than assigning tasks for them. Consequently, team was committed to performing well, and each member had a clear and effective role in plan production and promotion stages.
I'm glad that I chose this practical and interesting module in my final year. Throughout learning related media theories, finishing my individual videos, and working with peers for the challenging group project, I have improved a lot. Also, I figured that I have plenty of insufficiencies. So, in conclusion, here are several action points for my future media practice.
First, I should utilize the power of key influencers in my future promotional works. Only in this way can my works to be more competitive and contagious. Second, because I have experienced how difficult it is to cope with different clients, I should fully understand clients' requirements and be well prepared, both mentally and physically. Finally, as for leadership, I think it should be adjusted according to the characteristics of team members and tasks. Meanwhile, I should be more patient and apply coaching leadership in the future.
This is all about my video essay. Thank you for watching. Bye!